rock stars. Welcome to Cooking for Your Dog. I am so excited to bring you this segment. As many of you know, I absolutely love to cook and I really enjoy including whole food meals in Gatsby's diet. So I'm going to give you some tips how you can create a simple meal for your dog. So the first thing you want to do is you want to pick your protein. So of all the nutrients, our dogs need the most protein. So you want to decide what you want to use and build the meal around that. So right here I've got some chicken. We cook this a lot in our household. Gatsby loves it, although his mama really loves it, so that's probably why he gets a lot of it. You could also use ground beef, you could use steak, you could use ground turkey, lamb. You can also use fish. The only thing that I would caution about fish is make sure it's mercury free. So you want to choose a smaller fish like salmon, shrimp, or sardines. So once you pick your protein, the next nutrient you want to look at is carbohydrates. So whenever we think of carbohydrates, a lot of times we think of like starches, grains, but actually vegetables and fruits are carbohydrates. So I always go there first. So everything I've got on the table here, it's super healthy for your dog. Gatsby in particular loves his bell peppers and cauliflower. So I always choose my vegetables and then I decide, okay, if I want to add some grains in, or maybe a sweet potato, for example. But if you're going to add grains in, again, make sure they're wheat and corn free. Choose things like barley, quinoa, brown rice, balsamic white rice. Those are really great things for your dog as well. But obviously you want to limit that. That should be a smaller amount of the meal. And the next thing you need to include is healthy fats. Now you want to make sure your dog gets every single day the right amount of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids. So now omega-6 fatty acids are super easy to get. We cook with them all the time. We use olive oil, use coconut oil, grapeseed oil, all great things that you can cook for your dog. But the omega-3 fatty acids are a little harder to get. You can get them in salmon, but obviously Gatsby's not going to eat pounds and pounds of salmon a week. So what I like to do is when I'm cooking a meal for him is I like to top it off with some omega-3 fats. And that's another thing we should discuss is supplements. If you're going to cook a lot for your dog, first of all, you've got to talk to your vet because you want to make sure your dog's getting the right combination of nutrients. And you might need to add in some supplements. So just like you sometimes, right? We all need to take a multivitamin. Maybe you need some B vitamins because you're a little deficient. Every single one of us, just like every single one of our dogs, is unique. And they need to make sure that they're getting the right supplements. So this is something that you can talk to your vet about. And if you're thinking, okay, Erin, I'm not going to go through all this. I'm not going to cook all my stuff for my dog. I totally get it. But you can still include some whole foods in your dog's diet as snacks. And you can easily make toppers. So I've got a turkey dinner here. This is actually on our website. There's ground turkey in here. There's some basmati rice. And then we've got some vegetables. This is really easy to make and Gatsby loves it. Now I could give this to him as a whole meal or I could give it as a topper. So I can put this in Tupperware, keep it in the fridge all week and just add this to his dry kibble, which is going to make it taste better and he absolutely loves it. And one thing that I added to this that I didn't tell you about is I added a little bit of rosemary. I love to cook with herbs for myself and for my dog because these are great things for their health. So for example, rosemary is really good with bacteria and yeast. In fact, it's actually a healthy preservative in a lot of dog foods. You can also cook with ginger for your dog, turmeric, oregano is great. It's really good for the immunity. In fact, when Gatsby was younger, he had really bad car sickness, so we used to make these little ginger snaps. So these are simple things that you can add into your dog's diet. So to get you started, we have some whole food recipes available to you. There's also a bunch more on the blog and a lot more to come. So stay tuned.